Hey guys, it's Matt here. I'm standing outside of my house. I'm just got home. We just got done with our list for the day. It's on Saturday, but just wanted to make a real quick video. I know the very first one I did was called First Year Setup, and it was an equipment setup, and I just showed you what all I had, and I went over all of my equipment and everything. But this video right here is basically going to be just pretty much telling you what I would have done differently if I could go back and redo it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my phone around, that way you can see what I'm doing here. Hope you guys can see. It's awful bright out here. But first thing I did was I went ahead and put trimmer racks on my trailer. These are the cheap buyer's products, and so far so good. I mean, I've seen a lot of good reviews, and also I've seen a lot of bad reviews, but right now I just can't justify spending $150, $200, $300 on Green Touch or Equipment Defender. So my very first year in the business, and I want to give a shout out to whoever it was that recommended the Pack-em racks. These are basically the same thing. I do thank you for recommending those, because I found them and my wife bought them for me. I want to say it was I think she just bought them just to buy them. And over here you've got the buyer's product blower racks, and saw some bad reviews on that too, but I also saw some really good reviews. And basically the bad review was saying that there's no bottom plate for the blower to sit on right here, and it would break the handle, the top handle on your blower. But me, I kind of got lucky. Mine is set up to where I can rig my strap up to come around that side underneath it right here, and come up and over the blower tube right there, and hook on the back side. And it actually sits on the top rail. So as you can see right here, it's not even sitting, the top handle right here is not even sitting on anything. There's no pressure on that at all whatsoever. So kind of got lucky on that. And you know, I've got two string trimmers right there. One's a steel and one's an Echo, and the steel was given to me by my uncle, which I was very grateful for. And I'm blessed to have good people in my life that is willing to help me succeed and want to see me do well. But this is my this is the Echo trimmer I have. This is the PAS system. It's a PAS 225, and it is a residential string trimmer and edger attachment. I just have a piece of a 2-inch PVC pipe with pipe clamps strapped to my expanded metal right there, just to get it up off of the floor of the trailer, to get it out of the way. And yes, I did say all this is residential, and you know, I'm working my way. I'm saving, guys. I'm working my way up to having all commercial equipment, but for right now I got to make do with what I got. And this right here is something I bought probably about the 3rd or 4th weekend of my season. It is a steel HL91K extended hedge trimmer, and this thing right here is an absolute beast, guys. I love this thing. If I could do anything different, I would have bought one with an articulated head and maybe a little bit longer extension, but this one right here is actually works perfectly for most of my bushes. I do have one large pedalum, maybe two, that I have to climb a ladder and reach all the way across. It's about 30 foot across and probably about 15 foot high, but it is what it is. There's a lawn care crew somewhere in my neighborhood pretty close to my house cutting grass. I might have to talk to my neighbors about that. But anyway, this is the Echo line spool. It is the Echo Crossfire, I think it is. It's got the 4 cutting edges on it, and this is a Green Touch line spool holder. And it's got the line cutter right here on this side, get you a little better look at that. Got a line cutter right there. They say it holds your line for you while you're riding down the road, but it doesn't work for me, so I just run mine through and thread it to where it'll stay. And I keep this right here tight when I'm riding down the road. But I do love that. It is convenient. And also, I bought, or well, actually, I got these for Christmas from my mom. These are the, what are these? The shear cans. And these right here, in my opinion, are worth their weight in gold. And as far as the older style cans that had the bleeder screw on one end and the fill neck on the other end, they just don't make those anymore. You could probably rig one up, which I know for a fact you can, but it's just as convenient to buy these. And these things work good. They work just like the old ones, except once I do get fuel can racks, I can just back my mower up to my trailer and fill it up like I'm at a gas pump. But and yes, they are sitting on the floor of my trailer. I got plenty of room right here where they're not in the way of anything, so it's not hurting anything right now. But it is kind of a pain to lift them up and down, and having to hold them up in the air to fill up a trimmer or a lawnmower. So I am looking into getting some fuel can racks, but right here at the moment, I just can't justify spending $200 or $300 on fuel can racks when what I have is working just fine at the moment. And maybe next year, guys, but not right now. I've only got 15 customers, so making do with what I got. But anyway, this was a birthday present from my sweet mother. It's the buyer's product hand tool rack, and I don't care, guys. Look, it's hand tools, it's rakes and shovels. You don't have to have $150 or $200 rack to hold rakes and shovels. You know, backpack blowers and string trimmers I can understand, but shovels, rakes, come on, man. Just spend 50 or 60 bucks and get you a buyer's product rack that works just fine. And this is a 6.5 by 10 utility trailer, and I bought this with 2 foot sides with expanded metal, and it helps me immensely at the moment for leaf cleanups. And yes, I will upgrade eventually to a 12 or a 14 foot trailer, and sooner or later I will buy a dump trailer for cleanups and things of that nature. But for right now, this is what I have, and it works just fine. And slowly working my way, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day. But this is my mower. I've already showed it to you. It's a Spartan RZC 42 inch. It's the 7 gauge steel deck. The Kawasaki FR 651V. I want to say it's 23 horse. I could be wrong, but I think it's 23 horse. This is kind of a crossbreed between residential and commercial grade on the mower. It's basically the way I was explained is that it is a entry-level commercial mower, and for what I'm doing and the amount of yards I have, this thing right here, it gets the job done, guys. And I'm happy with it for right now. And I'll do a little more in depth on that here in just a second, but I'm gonna show you the rest of it, what I got. This is my push mower. I am set up to bag with it, which I do not bag. I have 1, maybe 2 yards that I bag, because I made that mistake of telling them that I would do it just to get some customers. But they're the only 2 that I bag for, and I will not bag for another customer, at least not this year anyway. I'm just not set up. But it is a Troy built 21 inch deck, and it works just fine. This was actually my push mower that I used at my house before I started this business, and I figured, why not make some money off of it, right? But also right down here, I bought this hitch. This is a Urea, however you say it, brand. It's all aluminum, and I've had this thing for about 6 months now. Every part on that hitch right there is lockable, and there's a key for it. And I really like this hitch. It's heavy duty. It's a 2-ball hitch, which and it's adjustable, as you can tell. And which right now I only have 1 ball on there. I can put 2. The hitch came with 3, and I only have 1 on there because when I back the trailer into my driveway, it scrubs the ground because I live on top of a hill. But yeah, it's a really good hitch. I like it. Have no complaints whatsoever about the hitch. But back here, the back of my truck, there's my bag. And I also use construction contractor bags for cleaning up after I cut bushes and where I dump my grass clippings and things like that. But this is my truck, guys. This is a 2020 F-150. It's got the 5.0 V8 in it. It's a STX trim package, four-wheel drive, because I do like to hunt and fish. And I said I would not have another vehicle that I couldn't take anywhere I wanted it to go. My truck is filthy right now, but you know, I use this truck and I love this truck. I mean, I have no complaints whatsoever about this truck, guys. I flat out love my truck. But anyway, back to the setup real quick. The equipment, my mower, the do's and don'ts. Look, when I first started out, when I first decided to get into lawn care, my wife found a, I want to say, I can't remember if it was a Husqvarna or a Gravely 52-inch zero-turn mower. And it was a commercial grade mower. It was a very nice mower. But I went out and gauged my backyard, my gate on my backyard. And my gate is only it's 51 inches wide. And I told her, I said most of the gates in our area are, I said I won't even be able to cut my own yard with a 52 inch. I said, so it's kind of pointless to do that. I said, it's a nice mower, but I don't need that right now. She said, all right. So we looked around, and that at the time it was a package deal from I can't even think of the name of it. I want to say it was SE Equipment, I think, maybe. It was up in Nashville, Tennessee, but they was running a package deal. It would have came with a 12 by 6 dovetail trailer, a Husqvarna string trimmer, Husqvarna blower rack, a backpack blower, and a Husqvarna zero-turn mower. That's what it was. It was a Husqvarna. But I just couldn't see buying a mower that I can't even use in my own yard, let alone somebody else's. But I did do some research, and I found this was the cheapest mower I could find. It's a Spartan RZC 42-inch, and you know, don't get me wrong, it's a very good mower for what it is. It gets the job done. I wish it had bigger tires, and I wish I would have got something with no flats on it instead of pneumatic tires on the front. But it is what it is. You know, I'm a new lawn care provider. I had to take what I could get, and I wasn't wanting to put more than what I did into my business without any revenue starting up yet, because at the time I had 0 properties. But so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and paid cash for this, and I want to say after taxes it was like pretty close to $6,000. I can't remember, but I wish I wouldn't have bought it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a good mower. I have no complaints about the mower at all. I mean, it's done everything I've needed it to do. And so don't think this is a video bashing the mower, because it's not. What I have is a good mower, and especially if you're just a homeowner wanting to get a zero-turn mower so you ain't got to spend so much time cutting grass. But if I could go back and redo it, I would have bought a 36-inch walk-behind mower with a grass catcher and a sulky. And I know you're probably thinking, why on earth would you do that? Well, this is my theory, guys. This mower that I have is sitting on my trailer half of the time. I paid close to $6,000 after taxes for this thing, and it's just sitting on the trailer half the time. It's not earning its money, and I'm having to push mow these lawns. And you know, in the world of business, you have to understand that time is money, and when you're push mowing lawns, you're wasting time. pushing a lawnmower around the yard requires time, and time is money. And so if I could go back and redo it, I would buy a 36-inch walk-behind mower with some sort of sulky and a grass catcher. And I probably would have got the right Velke, 36-inch Velke. And I actually listened to a video last night with Brian. It was Brian's Lawn Maintenance. It was a video that he'd done like 3 or 4 years ago, and I wish I would have saw this video. But Ed Wright told him that one thing you can do is you can use a 36 or a 32-inch walk-behind mower on 95% of the properties in the United States of America. But one thing you can't do is put a 52-inch mower into a backyard that has a 48-inch gate. And you know, I wish I would have been able to go to people's houses and get measurements of their gates before I would have picked these properties up. But in the grand scheme of things, you just can't do that. You just have to pretty much guess. I think probably the best thing would be is to, if you don't have a zero-turn mower, the best thing would be to just start out with whatever you have. And if you have some money saved up, or if you generate a lot of money quickly, because it's going to cost anywhere from $4 to probably $9 grand for a good 36-inch walk behind. But if you have that money saved up, what I would do is start out with what you have and just pay attention to your landscape. You know, pay attention to everything in your properties as far as hillsides, gates, bedding areas, how soft the yard is, you know, whether or not people want their stuff bagged or not, and let that dictate what kind of equipment you buy. Don't go out and buy a high dollar piece of equipment without even knowing what you're going to be using that equipment on. And me, I'm hard-headed. I like to rush things, and my wife gets on to me about it all the time, and she even got on to me about that, and I had to eat crow, as bad as I hate to admit, but I did. I had to eat crow. You know, I had to tell her, you know, you were right. I should have listened. I should have been patient. I should have just started out with what we had and went from there, because I had the money, which I still got. I can still afford to buy one out of my pocket, but I'm not wanting to come out of my personal money. I'm wanting to use business money to sink back into the business. And so I'm going to let my bank account build up, and I'm probably going to buy a Wright Velke 36-inch walk-behind mower with some sort of grass catcher, because most of the people in my area, probably 50% or more of the people in this area, want their stuff bagged. And bagging's really not that bad, really not that hard of a job, as long as you're not having to push mow. Right now, I'm not push mowing and bagging. I'm just not going to do it. So hopefully going into the 2023 season, I will have enough money in my business built up where I can buy a new mower and possibly trade this Spartan in on a 52-inch stand-on mower, because right now I do have some yards that I can get a 52-inch in with no problem, but these sit-down mowers, man, they just don't handle hills that good. And so in my area, I probably will never buy another probably never buy another sit-down mower again, unless I pick up some gigantic properties or some huge commercial properties. But right now, I can't see having a sit-down. It'll probably be a stand-on 52-inch mower and a walk-behind 36-inch mower moving forward. And after that, I may buy a 48-inch. You never know. I may even build up and buy a walker. I don't know. But so guys, learn from my mistakes in my first year in business, which, you know, it's not even half over yet. It's only May, and I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, it's more than what I thought. There's a lot more that goes on into this, and like blade application, what kind of blade you're going to be using, things of that nature. But all in all, I don't consider it a bust yet, because, you know, the season isn't even halfway over, and I am generating revenue, and I'm having a blast doing it. You know, this is my first taste of I guess you could call it l'entrepreneur. I saw a shirt the other day that said l'entrepreneur on it, and I kind of like that saying. But this is my first taste of entrepreneurship, and I'm telling you, man, I don't see myself ever going back. Once I leave my full-time job and go full-time into lawn maintenance, I don't ever see myself working for another man again. And, but I'm enjoying it, guys. If any of you guys have any suggestions, leave it in the comment below and let me know what you would have done different if you were in my situation. But guys, remember what I say. Learn from my mistakes. Wait till you get started. Start with what you have. Let your yards dictate what equipment you buy. You may be hell-bent on buying a zero-turn mower or even a stand-on mower. You may not need that. You may just need a push mower. You may need a walk-behind mower. You never know. And you never even know. I mean, you may even need a sit-down 72-inch mower. I mean, if that's what you need for the properties you pick up, it is what it is. I'm not above it if I had a property that size, but I don't. And, in my area, I will never need something that big. But learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Let your business dictate what equipment you do and don't buy. But be smart, guys. And I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go inside and probably bust open an ice cold beer and just enjoy the rest of my weekend. But till the next video, guys, y'all keep mowing and keep making that money. Bye.